How long have we actually
How
known
long?
each other? Alex don't remember this, but I'm a blues fan, obviously. You had
Yeah.
a little stint at Birmingham Ladies.
I
So
did.
I've
A
known you for a
season.
little while.
I
Yeah.
think we're both kind of the same environment where we
Yeah.
grew up, a council estate,
Yeah.
and actually not hiding the fact that it's not a sob story.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
made
Yeah.
us what we are today, like made
100%.
us tough, but an element of that was having to be tough and hide those emotions.
Yeah. So what was it like for you growing up?
With my dad, it was very much that. You don't show your emotion, you hide everything, you don't cry because that's weakness. When I look back, there's so many different elements that I think I went through. Dealing with that, yes, I'm that girl that wanted to play football and my mum's friends all laughing at her, being, don't worry, she'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
I was brought up single parent family, so it was always a struggle anyway.
Yeah.
And having to prove myself more, I would say, because I was that kid that weren't going to amount to much.
Yes,
and I
yeah,
never
yeah.
wanted to be that statistic or that stereotype
But that's still
to
there
prove
now,
them.
right?
Yeah.
I could tell, yeah.
Because I feel like I'm just constantly having to prove people wrong.
Is that because you're a woman or is that because you're a black woman? Or both?
I think both,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Okay.
But and that's why it goes back to it's never a sob story with me, because actually it's made me the person I am.
I know you've obviously had a lot of
Yeah.
instances on social media, but I try to stay away from it because I can't handle it the way you handled it. And I remember there was an issue and I was like, look,
Yeah.
if you need anything, I'll look after you. You're doing the right thing. Just keep on that path.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and actually it was that led me into therapy. And then it was all the trolling and everything sitting on TV, the death threats that I was receiving. And I was losing my personality. I was thinking, I don't want to do this, or
Yeah.
my family, what they're going through. Then I realised, talking about it, not hiding it, how my mum would feel, my family. And actually, like you, there's people like you reaching out that wanted to help me.
Yeah.
But me not telling anyone, they didn't know. They didn't know
Of
they could
course.
help me
Yeah,
until I
yeah.
actually spoke about it.
For me, I stay off social media because when people say certain words and certain things, it takes me back to my past days of being more aggressive.
Yeah.
From the age of like 18, 19, 20, 21, I was a proper loose cannon. Like I was fighting all the time, getting into scrapes. I was just in a bad place. I was drinking 5 days a week, clubbing 4 days a week, and I'm playing at Watford at this point. So it was stupid. But then when I went to jail, I had to do a therapy course. And it's only really when I came out of jail and I did a lot of like therapy, and I'm still doing therapy, that I've realised that I don't talk. And people go, you never shut up. But, you know,
Yeah.
I just don't talk at home. So when I have an opportunity to talk and have conversations now, I grasp it, and it's kind of my own therapy, getting it all off my chest, and I feel lighter for it. But how do you feel with that?
Do you know, I'm even just sitting here talking to you, I love that you're just so open about even saying the word therapy, because I think I've been on that journey too. It's interesting when you talk about your drinking and everything. I was that footballer where when I retired, going into getting trolling, I found that I was turning to drink more
okay.
to try and hide everything, hide what I was feeling. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my mum because I didn't want her to worry or put that stress on anyone. I'm very much that person. Like, I can look after myself. Like, I can deal with stuff. But then obviously sometimes that's the wrong way. I got to a dark place, and it was over Christmas. That's when I was like, I can't carry on like this. This is not me. I need to seek help. And that actually led me into therapy. So now I say it like you, it's so blasé and like, I'm used to talking now, where I used to hide all my emotions and everything. And I think that's the stigma when we talk about mental health.
I've had different types of therapy. So therapy to stop myself from drinking, but then I've got like trauma therapy from like events that have happened as kids. But I understood that when I started speaking, I slept easier. Because I used to live on like 4 hours sleep. So I realised that when I started talking to people, I could sleep for 5, 6, 7 hours. So now when I have a therapy session, I'll sleep like 10 hours afterwards. I'll go home and I'm knackered. But it's all the weight coming out of me.
Yeah.
And you'll probably understand that as well.
And the mind is muscle.
Exactly,
as well.
yeah.
So you need to work it. It needs to be trained. My whole big thing is I want to take that stigma away from it, because I was in that pool of, talk about mental health, I'm fine. There was a stigma around it. But now when I talk about mental health, like straight away, like I'm smiling. Because I know what it's done for me to lead to that place of I'm content, I'm happy. And I've used those tools, what I've learned, to be in that place. And I feel like I want to give that to everyone else. Like, it's all right, you can get there too.